Yeah, welcome to a new JavaEE tutorial. Today we will start creating and using a web service. We will do this with Jax-WS and we will make this really easy. So all we need is our JavaEE project and we create a class file here. First I will create a package, and in this package I create a class. I call it example.ws. And this class, we can treat it like a simple Java class, nothing special about here. So we create a method. First we just will return a string. So this method is called getText, and this will just return an example text. So this is just the functionality of our class. And to make this web service, we just add the annotation add web service from the JavaEE package, and that's all we need. Now we have our web service. I will demonstrate you. And if we open up our admin panel, we see our application here. If we scroll down, we see our example.ws component, and we see it's an endpoint, so we can click view endpoint, and we see it's web service. It got a web service tester provided by Glassfish. I will show you what this is. And we see our WSDL file. So we just open this up, and this is automatically generated by Glassfish from our class. And we find here our method called getText. And it tells we have an input part, and we get some parameters back from our method. This is generated by Glassfish. We will use this in our client later. And we have a web service tester by Glassfish. If I open up this one, I get listed up all my web services. So here it's only one web service. And if I click get text, I get a return message. So this is an object from type string, which has the content example text. So this is everything these methods do. If you are creating a web service class, there is an annotation which is optional, but should be added to make it more readable. So this annotation is called web method, and basically every function in the class is a web method when it's public, but the web method has still some use cases. For example, this method is called getText. So we want now to advance our method a bit, and we don't want this method to get shown to users who are connecting to our web service client under this name, maybe for some security reasons, whatever. So we have here our operation name parameter, and I will set this to mirror text. So this will mean, if I save this, and Glassfish is hopefully redeploying now, I open up our web service tester, reload this one, and now I see this is now called mirror text. Still the method is called getText, but it's overwritten for the public users with the name mirror text. So now we'll make this method do what its name is saying. So we just return the text. I refresh this, and the web service tester from Glassfish automatically got an input field here, so we can add some text in here, click the button, and we get back exactly the value we entered. So now our web service is called example.ws, so we want to rename this as well. So we go here and change the service name, and I name it to demo web service. Save this, and again I will reload our web service tester, which is not existing anymore under example web service. So we need to reload our application here, click again on view endpoint, and now we see the web service is now available under demo web service, as I named it here. So I click the tester again, and it's working. Now we want to create a small client from a small Java client which is accessing our web service. So we create a new project, a Java project, and call it Webservice client. So switching to the Java view, and what do we do now? So how could we parse the WSDL and accessing the method? So we don't need to analyze it manually. We can just use a really cool tool from Java. This tool is called wsimport, and to use this I will just create a batch script. I call it use wsimport. And to use the wsimport file, you need to search in your Java installation path where you have put your JDK, where you installed your JDK. So this for me is this path, and in the bin directory you find the wsimport.exe. If you are on the Linux, you can use the same tool, just link to your Linux Java installation. And we will use the argument keep. So we copy our WSDL file from here, open this up and copy the URL, save this, and this would already work. I'll show you what happens if we start this and run. So this created a folder called WS in our root folder of our project. In this folder there are class files and Java source files as well, all in one folder. This is not what we want. Eclipse has automatically a bin and a source folder, and so we want to add the files in the right directory. So I delete the folder and we add some more parameters here. The first is the parameter s, which determines the folder where the source files are added to, and the folder d, which says where the binary files will be placed. So again, I run this, and if I open up the folder again, there's no new folder here. The folders are in our source and in our bin folder. So yeah, I will refresh our project in Eclipse, and now you see a package called WS, which contains our demo web service, our function mirror text, and the response we get from our mirror text. So now we create a new package called client, and now we will call our web service. We need to create an object for our web service. So we say example web service as new demo web service, and here we need to add get example WS port, and now we can say example WS mirror text, which is basically our application. And now we just pass through our text here, so text from client, and I save this. Now I can run this, and of course we forgot to print out the response. I run it again, and here's our text from client. If I change this, adding number here for example, I have to save, and we just get mirrored our text. You see how easy it is to make such web servers. So web servers can be much more complicated than this one, but still the wsimport tool will help you easily to access it. And I hope you understand it. If you have any questions, write a comment, and I hope I see you soon.